What's up, you guys? It's your boy Miguel here to give you your daily dose of radiation. In today's video, we are covering easy money in the world of radiology. So to give you context, I'm a night shift X-ray tech, been doing it for over 4 years. Trauma 3 ER in the great state of Texas. So I know what you're thinking. You're like, Miguel, do majority of these easy money, the like tiny, chill hospitals, clinics, or whatever, do majority of those spots get, someone who works it is kind of like, I'm gonna retire here at the joint? Yes and no. So at my hospital, we have various different little branches. We have from urgent care, and we have there's smaller version of the emergency rooms. Like in my city alone, we have the main one, we have a smaller one, and then smaller emergency room and an urgent care. And then other, maybe, I'd say 15 minutes away from us is another emergency room branch in a different city. And then 25 minutes away from me is another branch of our hospital, emergency room over there. And I will let you know that there is indeed easy money you can make easy money in some of these fields if you are willing to find, or you're lucky enough to pick up maybe some shifts, or you're fortunate that you fall into some of these shifts as your full-time job. I've worked at different locations at my job, and we have one, I think the one that's like 25 minutes from here is, I guess it is technically considered a trauma, like the same level we are. Like it's a trauma 3, but it's just in the middle of nowhere. And I think I maybe did maybe 10 X-rays the whole night. Now, some places, when it's that slow, they want you to push the button in both modalities of X-ray and CAT scan. Like, for instance, we have in our city here at the other hospital, I think around midnight, it becomes CT and CAT scan until like 6 in the morning. So you have to press both buttons. At other hospitals and other clinics, it's like their own little, they're separated out. And I remember working it, and I think it was I worked a Friday, I worked a Saturday, and I worked a Monday. So this is overtime pay, and they paid me for my miles to go work over there. And I was making about $500 each night. And it was easy. Like 10 X-rays, $500. Like here right now, I'm about to go clock in. I'll probably do my morning port list alone is probably 30, plus whatever comes in the emergency room, and plus whatever happens on the floor of just the regular rounds of residents doing the rounds, or doctors, or whatever patients be coding or whatever, and probably like 100 X-rays probably in the night. So you could see how going from that to only 10, it's the same amount of money. If I were to pick up an extra shift, it's just easy. And it surprises me that it all is kind of your perspective of what you have as far as experience, because there'll be techs that work that shift and that's all they've done. So when they have to do 15 or 20 X-rays, it was a busy night and they feel overwhelmed. And then you come and you're used to doing like 100 plus in the same amount of time, and this is your chill night. So like you could see how different perspective, or just like if you're able to find that job that's like super easy, sometimes it's hard to find them because Like, there's no reason why would someone leave unless like they get a different credential, they move, whatever. Like, for instance, my job, 3 minutes from my house, I mean, it's okay. I ain't gonna say it's gonna be like super chill, but there are certain nights that it's like pretty easy money compared to day shift. Unless I find another gig that's more better than this, I'll probably retire here. Like, it's super, super chill. Like, there's no reason for me to leave. So, there are still some super chill places you can find, especially in certain cities, if you're fortunate enough, even to pick up shifts. If you PRNs get a lot of ours because, you know, they can pick up different places. Ours mainly during the holidays or during the summer, they'll offer us those like easy little shifts that people will work. I mean, the only issue you could maybe find yourself in, especially if you're just stuck at one place like at ours, different branches of our, even at our hospital, they have different equipment and they have their own different shitty version of what we have, and they have different portables. So I could see how maybe if you pick up a shift for the first time, it could be kind of nervous because you don't know what they're using, you don't know what kind of portable they have and all that. And I could see it being kind of, you know, a little different. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's kind of the same thing regardless of where you go. The machines do the same thing. You may have to mess around it, but it's pretty simple. I mean, I think I've worked at I think there's one location in our little hospitals that I haven't worked at, but I think they still do cassettes. But like, there are easy shifts, there are easy gigs. Always be willing to give it a chance, like at ours, to branch out just to see, because there are some places that you'd be like, I'm not gonna. If I pick it up, I really need the money because I'm going to be dealing with a bunch of stuff. And even the other outside of your little modality, like the nurses and the doctors and stuff, those could also add into if the money's easier now. Because like at ours, if you're cool with the nurses, you're able to just kind of go in, shoot it, work around, and just take care of business, right? If the nurses and the doctors aren't willing, mainly the nurses because they're in your way in the room and stuff like that, are pretty chill. Like at those small little places I worked at, when I would go pick up shifts, there would be no rush. Everyone would be super chill. I would go in as soon as the order came in just to knock it out, and they're like, "You're really fast," and I'm like, "I'm just doing my job." Like, you'd beat the nurses to the triage and like take care of business. It's pretty chill. I know there's people out there, I don't know why y'all are like that, but there are people who they're like, I hate when it gets slow because there's nothing to do, and I feel the shift takes forever. Right? Like they want to stay busy. I'm going to just keep it real with you. You get like, let's say a 12-hour shift. You're going to get paid the same amount of money regardless of how many x-rays you do. You can do 100, you can do 200. If you can do 10 and you're going to make the same amount of money just to be there sitting and chilling, like why wouldn't, why? Like the toll on the body over a longevity, like longevity wise, it's easy. You can be on your phone. You can literally be reading. You can do whatever. You just be there chilling. Literally be chilling. Getting the same thing you do when you leave work. Some of you guys out there that will sit there and doom scroll on your phone, like Facebook, do whatever thing y'all be doing on the internet. You're going to be at home doing it for free. Why not get paid to do it at work? Like, you're just there. Just if it's a chill night. There's been times where like 8 hours, 9 hours, didn't do nothing. And it's been super chill. I remember my job used to be way more chiller, and then over the years stuff has ramped up, but it used to be super, super chill too. And then these NPC people start coming in and giving us more work. But it's still pretty chill. Not too bad yet to the point where I'll complain or leave joints. But so it's still pretty easy. So there are still some easy gigs. Now, I don't know about the trauma 1s or 2s. You're going to be chilling. They stay pretty busy. But I'd say trauma 3 and down. In some of the rural cities, smaller cities, you can find some pretty chill gigs. I know urgent care sometimes has pretty chill, but they want the X-ray techs to do what I would call nursing stuff, MA stuff. And depending on how you feel about that, I'd just rather push the button. I don't want to deal with all my stuff my lady does, who's a nurse. I'd rather not. So there's easy money out there to be made. If you find it, why not do it, you know? Anyways, if you enjoyed today's video, you can check out my channel. Post daily videos in the world of radiology. If you want some memes, check out the shorts, TikTok. See you on the next one.